Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Bob and Barry Preview Show for August 30th, 2021. Hope everyone's having a wonderful afternoon. I know first thing we want to do is say hello to Santa Barry Cummins, my co-host.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Glad to be with you today. Our thoughts and prayers are with you, all those that's going to be impacted by Hurricane Ida, now Tropical Storm Ida. So it's been a rough go for the people in Louisiana and Mississippi and Alabama. But just prayers and you're in our thoughts out there.
Yes, so true. And I know that you are up in the northwest corner of Alabama. Are you expected to get anything from this storm?
Yeah, expecting to probably track right over the top of us, actually, maybe later on tonight, early AM hours. And, we have the risk of tornadoes and stuff up here in our area. So apologize ahead of time. If you hear something start screaming in the background, that's probably going to be my weather alert radio.
Yes, exactly. We always like to have those on hand when there is inclement weather coming our way. Barry, you guys have to worry about the tornadoes, especially because with these lows that are spinning up from the hurricane, spins off those little vortexes. And not only do you got to worry about that, probably heavy rain and some wind from this system.
Yeah, we're probably expecting some flooding also. Being up here on the Tennessee River, we get a lot of that. And, everything that's going to go upstream of us is going to head back down this way eventually. So hopefully it won't be too bad.
That's correct. And when it leaves your area, it'll be going into Tennessee. We've got lots of friends and brothers and sisters in the Tennessee area. So we want to make sure that you guys buckle up and hang on tight and watch out for the torrential rains that will be coming your way. I know you guys have been affected just last week with multiple inches of rain, flooding, and so the ground is saturated. So this time it will build up quick. So be careful not going to any low-lying areas, and be sure and hunker down when that thing starts through there. Once it leaves there, it'll head on up towards the northeast, and so it's going to be affecting the eastern continental United States for the next 3, 4, 5 days probably.
Yeah, as these rednecks down here like to say, Ida's a mean heifer. So it's going to be strong, and it's going to be affecting a lot of the United States. So stay weather alert.
Yeah, they say it was one of the strongest storms, or the strongest as far as low pressure and sustained wind coming in to hit the coast. So, we think about Katrina when we think about the mother loads of all storms. The difference in these two storms, from what I understand, is Katrina was pushing, torrential rains, but it was a storm surge that was really bad in the onshore flow of winds with that one. This one here was only about 20-foot storm surge, from what I understand, although that's still a lot of water when you think about it. That's twice as deep as the roof in your house. So, just praying for everyone. I hope everyone is safe. Hope everyone can ride this out and get past this and get into the holiday seasons with no problems.
Absolutely. Just like to welcome everybody that's with us on the broadcast today. Big old howdy to you. Hope you're doing well and hope you're doing safe. Hello, Scott Parker. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Scott. You want to let's talk about tomorrow night's show.
Got a great show tomorrow night for you. Our special guest is going to be Mitch Allen of Hire Santa. He's not a stranger to this show. He's been with us a couple times. He's actually hosted this show one time. So it's going to be great talking to Mitch. He's always a lot of fun, and he's got a lot of jobs to talk about. So hopefully we can help you guys. If you don't have a chair booked somewhere, if you have some free time, maybe Mitch can find you a chair there.
That's true. And even if you're not looking for full-time jobs or gigs, employment, Mitch also has one-offs, two-offs, single dates, multiple dates. So it's not just always about the full season work that he has. He has a lot to offer. So if you're looking for fill-in time, you need a gig or two to fill in some empty spots you may have. Check us out tomorrow night with Mitch Allen, because he will have some good stuff to offer.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. Not only is Santa Claus and an elf, we got a little surprise on some things on Mitch that you might not know about that he's been in the past. So that'll be a lot of fun hearing about that.
Mark Walker has been raining a lot down there in his southern part of the state. Yeah,
St.
Mark.
Clair, Alabama,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
down around
You're down there
Mobile.
in the target zone. So you want to tell them about our upcoming guest, Barry?
Yeah, the following week after Mitch Allen, we got back with us from Cherry Hill Programs. Ruby and Becky's going to be back with us. They have a major announcement of a major contract they got. Going to be looking to fill some seats and some other things that Cherry Hill has. So stay tuned for that. After that, we got the one and only Greg Wood with New Creation Leathercraft. Makes just wonderful Santa belts, and they're amazing. Bob has one. I have a couple of them. The craftsmanship on those things is just second to none. It's unreal. They're heavy and they last a lifetime.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
And we have Randall Santa Checker Lee with us. He's going to be with us. And then we got Greg Switch that's on the broadcast with us today. Hey, Greg, glad to see you on here with us. But,
I picked my belt up and it came all unwound. I had it wound up. And back to Becky and Ruby, that corporation that they had picked up is a major, go ahead and say it, box store. And they have locations across the lower 48. So again, if you're interested in a seasonal chair job, they will be putting in full Cherry Hill photo sets at these box stores that they're going to announce with us next week. So look forward to that one.
Santa Colin, it's good to see you down there from Australia. Good morning there. It's already Tuesday there. Glad to see you.
Yes, you bet. Okay, so we're going to move along at this point. I've got something else we want to talk about. I know that many of you have been over to the Santa and the Business Being Santa Live, Sat Bob's Live page, which is where our production is off of, and have seen the advertisement for the Scott Parker Christmas Santa belt buckle that he worked with a company and had designed. He worked meticulously to get what he wanted, and they came up with a design that he was happy with. I know that we've had pictures on the page there for our promo. I've actually got one in my hand that Scott shipped me. See if I can get it up here where everybody can get. Of course, pictures do not do justice to the detail on this buckle. It is a one-prong buckle for a one-prong belt, and fits a 4-inch belt. And let me see if I can do this right here. Don't know how well this is going to show up on my camera. Get it where we can see here, but
it's 12-inch ruler.
Can you see that? Does that make any sense?
It's a little bit higher. There we go.
Hard to hold two things and see where the camera is because I'm holding it in front of me.
That's about
We're
what?
looking at 5. It's a 5x6. It'll be 6 wide ways and 5 deep. 5 this away, 6 this away, and the detail is stunning in this buckle. It is a rose tint to it, and in person when you move it, you can actually see the rose color coming through on it. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. These are debuting at $2.99 each. That does include shipping. This is a limited edition. There's only going to be 25 of these. So we have less than 20 left at this point. We're taking pre-orders. If you're interested in this buckle, myself and Spangle the Clown are the 2 vendors on this. We're handling everything. So if you're interested in one of these, get in contact with me and or Spangle the Clown. Now, Spangle will be going up to Pennsylvania for the event that they're having up there this next weekend, I believe it is. And I don't know if we have time to get this off to Spangle or not, but we may ship it to him and let him have it there at the show. I just got it today, so hadn't had a chance to do anything with it so far.
Yeah, I talked to Mitch on the phone earlier, and he's actually going to be up there with them.
Yeah, it's the Pennsylvania is one of the top gatherings each year. It's right up there in the top 5 for sure. Be lots of folks there, lots of vendors, and of course Spangle will have his full array of stuff, including some new stuff that he's going to debut tomorrow night. He's got some new stuff that he's just come out with that he wants to show. And tomorrow night's Showstopper special will be one of those items. So brand new, not on the market yet, but he just got those in. And so they're ready to ship. We'll let him talk about everything, the ins and outs of that project tomorrow night.
Everybody loves something free. And one thing, if you order during our show, free shipping.
That's correct. Free shipping
during the show.
On Spangle stuff is free shipping during the show, only during the show. And those Showstopper specials are only good for 1 week. So if you want in on them, you have to get in, the up to the following Monday. The difference is if you order during the Showstopper special, during our show, free shipping is what you get. If you wait till after the show has already aired and we're off the air, then you still have to pay shipping on those items. But either way, Spangle always has some great stuff to share with us.
Yeah, on a somber note, yesterday we lost a Santa Claus Hall of Famer, 2015 inductee, actor Ed Asner. He passed. It was an Elf. So condolence to his family and friends.
Correct. He was 91 and has been in a lot of movies, but of course the one that's dearest to us is Elf. Had quite the role in that, and that was a great movie. Hate to see that. We also want to send our prayers out to Kat Imhausen. She's been sick, and last I heard, she was still in the hospital. So hopefully maybe Fred can pass along an update. Santa Fred, if you're out there, and let everyone know how Kat's doing. We've had her in our prayers.
Absolutely. Yeah, I like your Christmas tree back there. Those new lights, it pops in the background.
Yeah, the lights I had on there were static or stationary. Didn't flash, didn't move, and they didn't show up real well. Recently we had an eat and meet. Scott Parker came to town for his birthday week, and we had a eat and meet for the Texas State Santas, and we left there and went on that little field trip. You might have seen the video that I put over on the Sat Bob's Live page. We tried airing it last Tuesday night, and it was a little grainy and jumpy. Don't know what happened there. It plays perfect, but for some reason StreamYard didn't like it. So we went ahead and posted it over to the group. I hope everyone got a chance to catch that. It's a beautiful store. Anyway, those lights are the ones that we picked up there. Also the ones up in the greenery. We bought that greenery, new greenery, and the lights, and then the lights for the Christmas tree. Those lights, you can take those things and wad them up, throw them up in the air, step on them, and they won't break. And when you pick them up, they will not tangle. They are the most simple and easiest lights I've ever tried to work with. That's always one of the hassles is one bulb goes out, the whole strand goes out, unless it's 100 strand light or more, and then 50 go out and the other 50 work. And you have to go down through there with your tester and pull each little micro bulb out and try to find them. Well, these are LEDs. And the way that they're built, like I say, you can step on them and they will not break and will not tangle. So it's a pretty neat deal that they've come out with. You can get those at Decorators Warehouse in Arlington, Texas. They do ship. They do have a website. Just check them out. And they've got some really high-end, nice commercial decorating props. And they also have things for the low-end budget shopper like myself.
Want to say a big old thank you to Elf Angela for making this program happen in the background, running it for us and getting up the links and doing a really good job for us in the production department. Thank you, Angela.
Yes, she has been. And, of course, on Tuesday, she's on the show with us for a few moments. Like to bring her in and show her pretty face off. Today, she's behind the scenes. She doesn't come in on Monday with us. Not that she's not welcome. She could if she wanted to, but she chooses just to produce this show from behind the scenes. But yes, she's doing an excellent job. All the banners and the different information that gets popped up throughout the shows on Monday and Tuesday are all thanks to Elf Angela, my beautiful daughter.
Yep, our daughters are special, man. I know I'm proud of mine.
Yeah, tell everyone about your weekend with Tara.
My weekend was great. We had a football game. My daughter's a junior in high school. She's a drum major in her marching band. They have close to probably 140, 45 members. And she does a great job with it. Band sounds excellent. And being a band dad, I get the privilege of flipping hamburgers. I have to get up there about 3 o'clock, cook about 400 hamburgers to sell at the concession stand, but I enjoy doing it, helping them out, help raise a little money for the band department and all they do. They do a great job with their children. And
you're always there to support Tara no matter what. That's one thing I got to commend you on, brother. You're a great father, and you're always there. And I got to tell you, man, I watched some of the videos that you put up, and that band's a pretty good band, man. They got it going on.
They're really good. They work really
Tara's
hard.
up there leading them, the whole time. Fantastic job she's doing.
This was her second full show, second game. Team's undefeated. They're 2-0. It's pretty great. But first one they did it, they missed and sprinkling rain, so that was a little tough. That threw them some curved balls. But last week they knocked it out of the park. So this way they get the full show in, and it's going to be amazing.
They really did. And of course, this is not her first year in band. You want to tell them about what she was doing previous years?
Sure. She started out in the 6th grade, picked out her instrument. Her instrument was a tuba. She loves it, and she does a really good job. So that's what she's played all those years and excelled at it. She's in the concert band, and she just loves it. Hopefully get her a scholarship. She's wanting to go maybe to the University of North Alabama. They have an amazing band there. And she was talking about the University of Alabama at one time, and I can't even imagine hearing her out there playing Yay, Alabama. Tears would be flowing, and what hair I have on the back of my neck, it'd be standing up for sure.
Roll Tide, brother, roll Tide.
Roll
well,
Tide.
And I can imagine any instrument that is harder to handle than a tuba. Gosh, that thing, 6th grade was probably twice the size she was. Of course, she's grown into it now, but I'm sure at one time that was quite a handful for her.
They're heavy. They went from the sousaphones that they actually get inside and it rests on their shoulder to the big contras to where they have to pick it up and hold it at attention on their shoulder. That thing's about 35, 40 pounds. It's not light.
A lot to handle for several hours during a ball game.
But I commend all of them. I was always an athlete growing up and on the football field and playing and stuff, and got a respect for those band members now and see what they go through. They work hard too. Appreciate all of them.
Well, sure. And in your region, as well as the Texas region, we're all in the South here, the humidity is unbelievable. And at nighttime, you're out there and, the bugs are flying around and the humidity and the sweat's rolling off of you. And to stay concentrated and keep their concentration and perform it takes quite a feat. Got to commend them.
Absolutely. Does anybody have any questions that they would like us to ask Mitch Allen tomorrow night? If you would, put it in the comment spots there. No, he has a show in his own Facebook group at Hire Santa. He's live every Thursday. You can check him out over there at Hire Santa in the Facebook group there, hiresanta.com. Has these cool mugs that you can see behind me right here. And he also come out with some playing cards, and I'm just a little bit partial to the 2 of diamonds. That's the card I'm on. A
lot of guys submitted their pictures on that. I dropped the ball and did not, but wished I had it. They're super cool and something you have not seen before that I'm aware of. I've never seen Santa, playing cards and Mrs. Claus.
I've never seen it. Like I say, he does have Santa and Mrs. Claus on there, so that's pretty
and
cool.
elves.
Yep.
Yeah, elves.
Absolutely.
Sure. All right, so any questions that you got from me or Barry or Elf Angela or anything about past guests or anything anybody's got, throw it at us right now. We've got a couple of minutes to kill here. Be glad to answer any questions you might have. Anything you want to talk about?
Just so excited. We try to step it up each and every week. It's been a learning process, and hopefully we're getting a lot better at it. Had some great, wonderful guests from day one, starting out. When we started having special guests come in, had some great guests. And go back and check those out in Sat Bob's Live Facebook group, Santa in the Business of Being Santa. Got some upcoming guests that's going to be good coming up, and we're looking forward to the Halloween special. Want everybody to dress up in costume. Do not dress as Santa or Mrs. Claus. We want you to be in full Halloween costume. Have fun with it. Tell
That's
them what we're
correct.
going to do on that, Bob.
If you will admit, that's the wrong word to use, submit a proposal to us of what you will dress up as. What we want to do is bring a lot of our regular viewers, our new viewers. It doesn't matter if you've seen the show before and you hear about the Halloween show. We would love for you to submit to us what you're going to be. And what we want to do is set up a small, maybe 5-minute window and have you guys come on into the studio with us and be part of the show. How cool is that?
That'd be really cool. See everybody and say hi, and let them say hi to everybody else, our loyal viewers, and enjoy the costumes that they have on. I know there'll probably be some funny ones.
Oh yeah, Halloween's always a goofy time, of the season anyway. And I know it's funny because us being Christmas entertainers, how much we all naturally love Christmas. But I know for myself, Halloween is right up there. For close to 15 years prior to me becoming Santa, I was known as Boogeyman Bob, and we put on a big production here at our house each year. Averaged around 400 children a year, and gave away just so much candy. It was unbelievable. Probably cost a decaying tooth or two along the way, but we had props galore, black lights, fog machines, strobe lights. I rigged up several air lines from my big air compressor from my racing days that were hidden along the route from the sidewalk up to the porch, and would blast them with a shot of air. We had people hiding. It was so much fun, so you can understand why we wanted to have a Halloween costume show, because we've all enjoyed Halloween almost as much as we do Christmas. And we do want to say that there will be a contest for the best costume on the show, and Spangle the Clown and his significant other, Daisy May, will be the independent judges, and Spangle will be giving away prizes from his Spangle store, stuffforsanta.com. So be sure and get your costumes ready. If you can take a picture of yourself, if you wore that costume in the past. I know Glenn Wright Sr. is one that works at an actual professional haunted house each year, and his transformation into a ghoul is incredible. And so we've seen pictures of what you can do with the white beard and how you can change your look and become a scare, a hoot, a fright for Halloween.
Bob, when you said you was known as Boogeyman Bob, I thought you was John Travolta's stunt double in Saturday Night Fever, man. You busted my bubble.
No, it's just known as Boogeyman Bob. I have a costume, and it might be what I use for the show. I'm not sure. Me and Barry's kicking around some different ideas, but if I use my Boogeyman Bob costume, I would sit on a bale of hay at the front door and would stuff myself with hay so that I look like a scarecrow, in essence, and would sit there all limp. And as the children reach out with their bags to get the candy from whoever was passing candy out that year, I would either reach over and touch them or grab the bottom of their bag and pull on it. Different effects that I had. We filmed that stuff for years and years, and I've got so many great memories. And of course, they're on VCR. Who uses VCR anymore, right? But I would like to get those transferred over someday and be able to share them with everyone. There were some great moments throughout the years as we filmed. And it was so much fun again. And of course, people would get used to me sitting on the porch. So then I would have to, after a couple of years, move around. I had built 20 dummies out of 2x3s, and most of them had positions where you could change their arm positions or their knees, have them setting. And we had them across the front. I bought some show lights to highlight across the front. Had a rickety fence that went all the way across from sidewalk to sidewalk across the front of my property. Built a false front building that actually sat in my driveway. Half of it was a jail. The other half was a saloon. Had a couple of coffins with people in them with fog lights and strobe lights and airlines. And like I said, it was such a blast. We had so much fun doing that throughout the years. And then I became Santa helper and don't have the time to do it anymore. It took a couple of weeks to set up, a couple of weeks to a couple of nights to tear it down and a couple of 3 weeks to clean everything up and get it stored back away until next year. So it was a month-long process, and I just don't have that time anymore because our Santa season starts shortly after, Halloween.
Absolutely. And I got a tip of Santa buddy of mine. He went as a pumpkin one time. He decided to get some of this orange paint, color his hair orange and everything. And that didn't work out too good for him. So you might not want to come as a pumpkin and spray your white beard up. It'd be hard to get out.
I'm sure there is some products out there, and Gordon Bailey may know more about that since he worked in costume shops for years. And but there are some products out there that you might be able to use, but don't use the wrong thing because it can kill your Christmas season.
Greg Allen just said hi from Oklahoma City. Good to see you today, Greg.
Hey, Greg, good to see you. Alumni of the Sat Bob's class, Oklahoma City, earlier this year. We've got Mark Walker with us, who took our virtual class last month? I guess it was last month. Time gets by so fast, it's hard to keep up with.
It does. It passes by fast.
It does. It really does. All right. Do we have anything else at this point? Anybody got any questions? Anything else they want to say? Again, I'm going to show this buckle one more time before we go. These are $299, which is our rollout price for this particular buckle. I'm trying to get it in front of my camera where we can see it here.
That's beautiful.
It's a 4-inch belt. This is one of the new Creation Leathercraft belts. Greg Wood, I had him make me a few years back. But the detail in this buckle is unbelievable. You can see the descriptions on the Sat Bob's Live group, Sat Bob's. It's on Santa's on Facebook. We post it in several groups, a large group. Again, $299. It's a 4-inch belt. That's what this is. And the dimensions is a 6-inch wide and 5-inch tall. And let me see if I can pull it off this belt real quick here and show you the curvature of the back of it.
I like the red ruby looking stones that's in there.
Yes, it's got the red ruby stones in it. Trying to do this without.
Yes, Greg, there is a way to rewatch. Just go back into the Sat Bob's Live, and this will be posted live just as soon as we finish up.
Okay, that right there by my fingertip, you can see the red zirconia. Of course, again, the camera does not do justice to what we've got here. The detail in this buckle is unbelievable. They start off with a silver blank, and then it's coated several different ways.
When a child walks up to you, first thing they're going to see is your boots, and the next thing going to be coming up is looking at your belt buckle and belt.
And you can see the thickness, the curvature that it has. Got the single loop. Got the single prong for a single hole belt. If you don't have a single hole belt, that some guys only have one belt, they may have a double prong. If you don't have the single hole, Bango the Clown sells those belts that he has now with the eyelets in them for about $20, $25 with shipping, maybe $30. I don't remember exactly. But for $30, you can get a real nice high sheen black belt to go with this that would just make this stand out like crazy.
And they're going to be individualized, inscribed, and numbered, right?
That's correct. On the back right here, it'll say Santa by Parker, and then it'll have the serial number 1 through 25. The first 4 or 5 are already spoken for, pre-orders. So 6 is available if anybody's interested in 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 25. Again, just holler at either me or Spangle the Clown. We're both vendors for this item. Scott's got a lot of stuff going on, and this was his design. He worked with the company. They come packaged in a real cool little box that has a flip lid, and so they ship really well. And so we're excited about being able to help get the Christmas community get a hold of one of these. Find a place to set this where I don't drop it and mess it up.
Can you imagine the child's eyes when they walk up and they see that belt buckle, how big they're going to get?
Yeah. Oh, you know, Scott is a cowboy at heart. He loves to sing country music. Great singer, great Santa, great performer. He wanted a Santa buckle that reminded him of the rodeo buckle. And so that's where his initial idea came from. This, if you look at it, it will remind you of a rodeo buckle. But he took that and turned it into a Christmas themed buckle. And did an excellent job with it. As soon as I saw it, I told him, I said, so how much you selling these for? He said, I'm not. I just had one made for myself. He said they actually did the first blank and then sent me a second one to have a second copy of it. So he said, I got two of them. And I said, would you be interested in selling one of them? He says, no. I said, so you're going to let something that nice and that detailed go to waste and not going to share it with the Santa community? He says, well, I don't have the time or the skills on marketing. Let me talk to you. Let's go over and sit down and talk for a minute. So we talked him into ordering a 25, like I say, limited edition. So we're like I say, we're excited about the buckle, excited for Christmas season to be able.
Absolutely. And for those that's joined us late, tomorrow night's guest on Tuesday Night Live is going to be, can you not hear me? Bob, we lost the sound on Bob there for a second. But tomorrow night's guest on Tuesday Night Live is going to be Santa Mitch Allen with Hire Santa. He's going to share some jobs he has available and some other bookings that he has with us. So hopefully you'll be able to tune in with us and join us for that. After that, we got Ruby and Becky coming back with Cherry Hill Programs. They're going to be with us and be able to share what chair positions they have still available and make a major announcement because they just had a giant client sign up with them, and they're going to need to be providing Santas throughout the country for this big client. They're going to share that with us. And Bob's computer must crash, so we're waiting on him to pop back in. He'll be right back in with us. But after that, we'll have Randall Santa Checker Lee with us. And then Greg Swetch to close out the month. So just join in for that. And I hope to see you tomorrow night. And like I say, if you do have any questions that you'd like us to ask Mitch or bring up, you're always welcome to put them in the comment section right here. And either we'll ask them or when Mitch is on the show, pop them in and we'll put them up there and let him answer them from there. Anybody else have any other questions they'd like to ask? We hope you're all staying weather alert and safe from what's Tropical Storm Ida now. Kind of wreaked havoc on South Louisiana, Alabama, and a little bit of Florida Panhandle up through Mississippi. So it's going to be quite the mean storm. Going to be going all the way up to the northeast. So please be weather alert for that. All right. I don't know. We'll give Bob here a couple seconds here and see if he can come back in. If not, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Glad to see everybody with us today down there in Australia, Oklahoma, Alabama, just all over. Thank you for being with us each week. Glad to have you with us. Well, I guess Bob's computer issues probably shut down, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you for being with us today on the Bob and Barry Show. Join us tomorrow night for the Tuesday Night Live show. You can find us in the two groups, Sat Bob's Live, where we broadcast from mainly, and then the other group, Santa and the Business of Being Santa, on Facebook. Go over there, and if you're not part of those groups, join them, and I'll be glad to have you. And thank you for being with us, and we will see you tomorrow night for Tuesday Night Live. God bless you. Stay safe. We're praying with you, and on behalf of my co-host Bob and Elf Angela, thank you for being with us. Bye.